Hello students, welcome to ABPHS Digital Classroom. Standard 9th Geography. We have studied in the previous lesson the weathering of the Earth's surface. Now what happens to this weathered or eroded material? Where does it go? And what carries this material? Before starting the lesson, we'll have a look at a picture. Here you can see in this image the water is flowing on the surface. On this surface, you can see the water flows and it carries some soil along with it. This is the transportation that is done by the water. And this soil will be deposited where the flow of the water reduces. So here the water is acting as an agent of erosion. Now, is water alone the agent of erosion? So let us check the other agents of erosion and study the lesson number 4, the exogenetic processes, part 2. In this lesson, we are going to study the different agents of erosion: rivers, glaciers, groundwater, wind and sea waves. But in this session, we are going to study only the rivers and glaciers. The geological work of a river. Now, when the river starts from its point of origin and it meets any of the seas or the oceans, during this journey of the river, it travels through different landforms and it modifies the topography of this region. So, the work of the river is bifurcated into 3 steps. First is erosion, then sediment transport and deposition. Some landforms are formed due to erosion. These are canyons, V-shaped valleys and waterfalls. Here you can see a canyon. The riverbed gets eroded because of the fast flowing river. The sand particles, pebbles, etc. The load of water cuts the riverbed deep. Thus, canyons are formed. A canyon is a deep valley with steep sides. Even V-shaped valleys are formed due to erosion. When running water cuts the layers of rocks and soil, a V-shaped valley is formed. These movements are not sudden. They are continuous for a long period. Thus, a consistent flow of water cuts the hard rocks. Now, around our surrounding, around the mountain ranges, we have seen a number of waterfalls. How are these waterfalls formed? Here you can see the formation of waterfalls. A waterfall is formed when there are layers of hard rock and soft rock. So the soft rock gets eroded faster. As the lower layer is a soft rock and the upper layer is a hard rock, due to the flow of the river water, the soft rock erodes quickly, forming a step in the river bed. Gradually, the force of water undercuts the hard rock. The hard rock is left over hanging, and because of it, the river water collapses. These fallen rocks crash into the plunge pool. Over the time, this process is continuous and the waterfall is formed. Here you can see how a waterfall also erodes the surface where it hits. Now these were the landforms that were formed by the river. Now we were going to check the transportation and deposition work of the rivers. Due to transportation and deposition, meanders and oxbow lakes are formed, alluvial fans are formed, as well as deltas are also formed. Now, when a river flows gently at a low lying area, the transporting capacity of the river decreases. It often bends or meanders in its way just to cross small obstacles. By the time the river reaches the sea, the river bed becomes very wide and the speed reduces. The sediments get deposited on one bank, whereas the opposite bank gets eroded. This river follows a meandering or a zigzag path. Some meanders or loops come so close that they turn into oxbow lakes. A river flows down the slope from a hilly region. At the foothills, the slope changes from steep to gentle. Thus, the sediments brought by the river get deposited in the shape of a fan. Such a landform is called alluvial fans. The sediment that are brought by the river from the mountainous region are called as the alluvium. And so this landform is called as an alluvial fan. Now here you can see a delta region. Now what are deltas? Now when a river flows through a low-lying area, its speed reduces considerably. Now it cannot carry the load of the sediments. So the river starts depositing the sediments near its mouth. Mouth is the place where the river meets the sea. The deposited sediments turn out to be obstacles in the flow of the river. Thus, the river bifurcates into distributaries. Distributaries are the branches of the river where the river gets distributed. Now, the deposited sediments form triangle-shaped landforms. Here you can see the triangular landforms. These landforms are known as deltas. Such deltas are formed at the mouth of river Ganga. This deltaic region is known as Sundarbans and are the largest delta of the world. So these were the landforms created by the erosional, transportational and depositional work of the rivers. Now let us climb some high mountains. Here we are going to higher altitude regions. As we go higher, the temperature reduces. Now here the temperature drops down below 0 degrees Celsius. In such regions, precipitation is in the form of snowfall. Just like as we receive precipitation in the form of rainfall, at a higher altitude region, the precipitation is in the form of snowfalls. Here the layers of snow accumulate on the surface. This huge mass of accumulated snow and sediments is called a glacier. The glacier on the slope of mountains move slowly downwards due to gravity. At the base, the snow starts melting due to friction and pressure. This leads to erosion, transportation and deposition. Due to erosional work of glaciers, horn, cirque, U-shaped valley and hanging valleys are formed. Now here you can see a cirque. A cirque is a place which has been eroded by the glacier. The edges of this mountain, of this peak, are called as arete. whereas the peak is called as the horn. Similar to rivers, the glaciers also transport and deposit sediments. Glaciers carry sediments with them. These are called moraines. The types of moraines are the lateral moraine, medial moraine, terminal moraine and ground moraine. The ground moraine are at the base of the glacier. The medial moraine are at the middle. The lateral moraine are at the sides and the terminal moraine at the end. Beyond the terminal moraine, the glacier gradually melts and forms a river. Eskers are depositional landforms that are found in the post-glacial landscape. That is, where a glacier comes to an end at the foothills. This is a ridge-like structure formed by the sediments brought down by the glacier. Now children, here we are done with the work of glaciers. So today's lesson will take a quick review. We have gone through the work of river. We have studied the landforms formed due to erosional, transportational and depositional works of rivers. These are the canyons, V-shaped valley, waterfalls, alluvial fans and deltas. We have also studied the work of glaciers. The landforms formed due to erosional work of glaciers. Those are the cirques and horn, hanging valleys, U-shaped valleys and eskers. Now you will read the lesson till eskers and write the important points. In the next lesson, we will study the work done by the wind, sea water and groundwater. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.